Welcome to the lesson that will demonstrate how to improve the reading level of a story and work with other people during the editing process. To get started, go ahead and go to google.com, choose the sign in option if you haven't already, type in your username and then your password. Once you're logged in, I'll go ahead and make a new window and I will type in Google Classroom. Or you could actually type it in the address bar, Google Classroom. And it opened for me. If it doesn't open for you right away, you would click on that top option. If you get this window, you would click on Go to Classroom, and then you should see this window. You should have already been invited to the classroom. If you do not get this window, you need to talk to the teacher. So go ahead, and in this case, you're going to choose the computer design class. In this case, you would click on Worst Day. Go ahead and click on that assignment. Once you open up Worst Day in Google Docs, you're going to click on the Share option in the upper right corner. You're going to type in the student name that you were assigned. When it pops up, choose the one that says the student's number at student, and then type in the other names that you were assigned. Do make sure it says Can Edit, and go ahead and click Send. You can add a note if you want. You might say something like, I look forward to working on this story with you, and then click Send. To improve the reading level of the story, you want to take small words like bad and use much larger words to improve the reading level. But before we get started, I want you to go ahead and select the story and do Control C, the shortcut for copy. Then I want you to go ahead and visit this site by clicking on the link and then clicking on the address. Go ahead and paste it in this little window by doing Control V, and you will see over on the right the reading level. According to this, it says grade 1. Well, obviously you're going to want to improve that reading level from grade 1 to a much higher reading level. So let's go ahead and keep this window open. I'll go back to Worst Day and get started. So I want to change the word bad to something larger, like difficult. I had a difficult day when I woke up today. Now, because I'm changing it to difficult, I will select that, and me being the 7th grader, I will come up and change it to blue. Every time I change something in this document, I will communicate with the other people in my group that I did the changes with the blue. Now, a 6th grader might come in if they make a change and they'll use a different color. I had a difficult day when I woke up today. What I might do is when I woke up this dark, and dark morning. You can use dark 3 times, but you need to change the word. So I'm going to take the word dark and I'm going to go ahead and open up Microsoft Word. You could go to the internet and find an online thesaurus, but I'm going to go ahead and use Microsoft Word, and I'll type in dark. I will then select the word dark and do Shift F7. Notice how the thesaurus pops up over here on the right, and I might choose gloomy. So I'll click on that drop down arrow and insert. Now in the story it said dark and dark. So I'll go ahead and select dark again, and I will click on gloomy to get words associated with gloomy. You want to make sure you pick words that actually go with the dark that you're talking about. So maybe miserable, and maybe I'll choose miserable and see what I get. Unhappy, gloomy, wretched, cheerless. I'll now take that, do Control C, and go back to my doc, and I'll replace this. I'll of course change that gloomy to lowercase. Now because I changed all this, I'm going to come in and change it to blue. Now out of curiosity, I will take the story and copy it and go back to the readability, and I'll select this and I'll do Control V to overwrite it. And you can see the grade is coming up just a tad. So I'll continue to read the story and make the sentences longer. I'll add more words. You want to make sure that you don't add more than 3 adjectives. These 3 are wonderful, but some students go overboard by adding too many adjectives. I went ahead and wrote, I fell out of my hard and uncomfortable bed. Well, that works. That's great. I'm adding something to describe my bed because before I had nothing to describe my bed. But I might go back to Microsoft Word and type in hard, select hard, and do Shift F7 on your computer. And maybe I'll choose unbreakable. I'll select it, I'll copy that word and go back to my story, and I'll swap it off with hard and do Control V. So you can continue changing the story And then what's going to happen is a sixth grader is going to come in and they're going to make changes to the story as well, so that you guys can work on this as a group. This concludes the session on getting started with improving the reading level of a story and inviting your peers to participate. Until next time, you have a wonderful day.